Yo, what's going on, guys? How you doing, Nils, Emilio? Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Give everyone a couple minutes to get in here, unless they already ran away for Thanksgiving. But we'll get right into it. Whoever's late, whatever. Too bad. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys enjoy your day off tomorrow. What's up, Optimus? How you doing, Rav? All right. So yesterday we went over it on Spy. If you went online on Twitter, on CNBC, anything, it was just complete markets and turmoil. Inflation's going to destroy everything. We're going for the greatest crash of all time. What's up, Mohammed? How you doing? And I told you one thing. I told you yesterday's low was very important to us. 464.45. We did not want to take that out. What's up, Ricky? Um, so we didn't even get close to yesterday's low today, which told me right in the morning to start looking for the long side. And another thing that I seen was yesterday's uh, what happened right after market was pre-market dump, and I thought this would be the low for the day at 10 a.m. So what happened? We just rallied all day. We hit SPY calls. A couple of people hit SPY puts. We hit the Dawkin. We hit the SCs. We hit a lot of stuff, right? So congrats to everyone on their trading today. But what I will say is, again, I drew this channel yesterday. What's up, Bookie, Darren, Sobs in here? So yesterday I told you guys we're a huge bull run. We need to consolidate. Like markets don't go just straight up in a line, right? We're just consolidating sideways. But when I went online yesterday, it sounded like it was the end of the world. We were down like maybe five, not even 2 points on SPY. What's up, Trishan? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. What's up, Raji? And I gave you guys this channel yesterday. Yesterday we put in a low, so yesterday's low plus the bottom of the channel, and we got a nice little bounce here. So do we move up in this channel? Do we move down? Right now is the trickiest part of the channel because we're right in the middle. Nobody knows, will this go back up to the top of the channel or will we roll over and break to the downside? If I had to bet, all the news is already out there. I don't see how any more news can come out, like bad news. And I would bet that we're going back to the top of the channel here, but obviously we can still roll over and break down. So keep an open mind. Friday is a half day. Don't take any lottos. You're going to burn your premium. They're overpriced for this week. What's up, Gravish? CJ Fits in here. And just watch this channel right now. So right now, this channel is the only thing that matters. None of this stuff matters. I know we're really extended. I know everything's been going up in a straight line, blah, blah, blah. But as long as we keep going up, I don't see who's going to sell. Why would you sell Apple up here? Why would you sell Google? Why would you sell Amazon? And those are the stocks that really push the indexes. So keep an eye on those. If those turn, then we got something to worry about. But if you're just looking at growth stocks, I'll go over in a bit like SE and Dawkin and UPST, Airbnb. Those things are like high flyers. Everyone wants to be part of them and they're still holding up fine. QQQ, same kind of story here. Same kind of channel. And as you see here, we tested yesterday's low. So yesterday's low was 392.92. Today we tested 392.54. So we tested it and ripped right back above it. So this was just a stop catch right here. You see this candle? You see how strongly we rebounded off yesterday's low? That's why I said yesterday's low was so important. We came down here. Look at the volume that came in down there. As soon as they dumped it into the level, and then look at this bull volume, these 4 bars of buying. Those are huge. Look at the rest of the day, just tiny, right? Just slowly grinding up. So we held yesterday's low. If you look at a daily candle, it's just a wick. People bought the dip. But the problem with QQQ is SPY already took yesterday's high. QQQ did not. So tech is still weak in my opinion. Just because we held yesterday's low does not mean jump into tech stocks. It means the market is a bull market. We're just rotating. Why do I say that? Because of XLF. Look at how strong XLF's candle is. Let's see if it loads here. Hey Dave, how you doing, brother? Thank you. And XLF is just chilling in the range here. We took out yesterday's highs. Remember, we took this big dump right to the 50-day moving average, came right back up. We're right back in that range that we've been watching since October. So draw these lines on your thing. As long as we're in this range, XLF is okay. If we're underneath it, that's when you want to start picking it up. If we're over top of it, you might want to start taking profits or selling. So this range can go on for a long, long time. Just watch between 39.69 and 40.68. I have 2 lines here because that's the supply area and this is the demand area. There's no exact number on this one. So XLF continues its strength. QQQ continues to be the weakest. And IWM finally showing some life here. If this is the weekly breakout and retest that we have been watching, the only thing that matters is where we are closing on Friday. But if you look at this, this is a weekly channel since like February of this year. Finally broke out on nice volume, pulled back 3 weeks, and now we're sitting right on top. So as long as we close this week's candle above this trend line that I have drawn here, I think IWM goes on a ripper Christmas. And just to confirm it, 231.43 is the weekly 8-day moving average. 231.43. So anything above 231.50 would be very bullish close on Friday for IWM to watch into the end of the year. VIX, I know a lot of people, again, don't like charting it. I don't mind charting it. It's helped me in the past. Why wouldn't it? Just like I said yesterday, it put in the low, it put in a higher low, put in a higher low, and then spiked all the way up, and then it lost its lows. Now we put in another low, higher high. Is this the high? If this is the high, VIX will come back down, and if they do want to keep this in a daily uptrend, they're going to put in a higher low. So anything on the daily on VIX that closes above this $16 mark, anything above 16 is just a higher low, which means we can spike later on. So volatility is not done until we lose that $16, and it proves that this is not a daily uptrend, that it's just a spike. All right, so that's why I charted ES, whatever. DXY, this is something to be watching for sure. The dollar has not been this strong in a long time. And if you zoom out on it, the RSI is getting, but if you zoom out on it, the RSI is first time the RSI is overbought since we had a little overbought here, which was June 17th. We had a 3-day pullback. Okay, so just go through the patterns. Like, look at last time RSI was overbought on the daily on DXY. We had a 4, 5, 6-day. We had almost 3 weeks before the dollar got back to those highs. Over here, when the dollar was overbought, look at this dump to follow after the RSI. Dollar is not like a regular stock. Usually it runs with the RSI almost evenly on the daily. So even here, look at this. RSI got almost overbought, big dump off, right? We never got back to these highs until recently now. So just keep an eye on that. If the dollar does come down, SE is set to fly, MELI is set to fly. Just equities in general fly when the dollar gets weaker. So keep an eye on this DXY. TNX, so we called this head and shoulders first, broke down, now we came back, reclaimed the neckline. So now this pattern is done, right? We're going to delete this pattern here. But one thing that Deval in our group pointed out was actually, you could even see this as a inverse head and shoulders now. So this is yields. Yields, the higher yields are, the weaker tech is. So if this is an inverse head and shoulders on, and we break out to the upside, that means tech can get much weaker. Keep an eye on TNX as well. SE, one of our plays from yesterday, was up almost 100% today. We took 3 10s. I took the safe ones just in case we did have 2 more flushes yesterday before ripping into Christmas. And we just got an inside today. Nice bounce, nice action this morning. Actually, I sent 5 names yesterday in the group to my top watches if the market does bounce. Why are those my top 5 watches? Because those stocks move fast. There's a lot of people waiting for the dips in those. And also SE sitting on the 200-day moving average on the daily. It's also sitting on the weekly 50-day moving average. So this was just like almost an A+ support buy for us. I had my alert there, everything. Weekly 50-day is at 274. Daily 200-day is at I can't even see that, it's so blue. 283 now. So they moved it up on the 200-day, but very strong support there. You got 2 time frames confirming support, so that's why we took the play. Congrats if you sold it. Congrats if you're in it. It's up large. Love it. I've been looking for an entry on Dawkins for so long. I played options on it, but I want it long term. This company's just a beast. Everything I've read about it, all the earnings, everything I've heard about it is just monster. And it's just been on a crazy run. If you zoom out here on the daily, it's just once it got over $50, it just flew. Got to from 50 all the way to 133. So almost a triple in equity on this Dawkins. Finally got my pullback because of market weakness. Big 20% dump. Yesterday, tagged the 50-day, held it, and today our options were up like 50%. So congrats on Dawkins as well. UPST, my number was 175. The only reason I was waiting for 175 is the 200-day moving average. See, I have an alert there. I go to the weekly. Same thing, weekly is just kind of hanging out in no man's land. So this one wasn't as strong a play for me as SE was because we had a weekly moving average and a daily moving average. But UPST only has a daily one. So the more probability, the more confident I get in the trade, right? Airbnb, obviously everyone wants to own Airbnb. I think this will be a blue chip company. I think everyone will have it in their 401ks eventually. And I just want this one like long term. So I'm waiting for even lower prices for equity. But options wise, we held this as well. Yesterday I went over this little let's get rid of these little old levels here. Airbnb. We have this ascending support, right? So every time it's touched this support, it's bounced. And we have another one here because it kind of changed it. So I would call this the demand zone. Every time the price gets down here, people buy. As you see here, they bought it here, big rip. They bought it here, big rip. They bought it here, big rip. Bought it, big rip, right? So every time it gets down here, this is when people start jumping in. So yesterday, not only did we get down to that demand zone, we also had the 50-day moving average there. It's at 177.37, which I have written right here. So this is another high probability play because I have 2 layers of support, just like SC. But UPSD was only 1. So this is how you determine your confidence in your plays, how much probability is in your favor. So we have the 50-day there and we have the demand zone there. That's why Airbnb is a high conviction play to me. If the market runs into Christmas, this one should run. You got SQ, didn't get down to my level, but same concept here. It's been in the same range for like a year. Since December of last year, we've been in this 197 to 278 range. Buy the bottom, sell the top, short the top, sell the bottom. Like whatever you want to do, trade the range. It's very easy, very straightforward. We did not get down to my buy signal yesterday, unfortunately. If we have another market dump, we might get down there and I might grab it. And when you guys are the most scared, that's the best time to buy long-term equity usually. Amazon here just kind of consolidating, big moves. Everyone's just waiting for another 100-point day on Amazon. That's what it does. It goes on a crazy run for 2-3 weeks, and then all of a sudden it just dies everyone out. It kills everyone's premium until it spikes again 100%. Then everyone's premium gets killed again when they jump back in. So what we're waiting on Amazon, in my opinion, we're just kind of flagging out here, holding the 8-day moving average. 35.80 is the 8-day moving average. We closed at the moving average again exactly. So this one's just contracting, waiting for a move. In my opinion, it's just forming a higher low right here. Yesterday was a higher low. And now we will go and see if we set a higher high, which would be through 37.62. If Amazon takes out today's high, I'll say I might be wrong, but if Amazon takes out today's high of 36.13, it goes straight through 37.62. That's all I'm gonna say. So today's high gets taken out. I think it goes straight to 37.62. It might even be in a day or two. You guys know how Amazon moves 100, 150 points in a day. So keep an eye out for that. Tesla, little bounce here today. Nothing big, but we have the same wedge kind of form. Huge run, consolidation, went back up to the top of the wedge. Now, will it touch the bottom of the wedge before continuing up? I don't know, but right now it's sitting right in the middle. Very tricky trade. I took puts because Elon has been selling 2 days in a row every single time. That's his pattern. So I have puts for Friday. Obviously very risky. I went very small. Just for the reason that we're right in the middle of the wedge. There's no technical play here. It's just based on what Elon Musk is doing. Obviously, Kathy Woods probably sold some more. So when that news comes out, maybe we get a gap down on Friday. Maybe we don't. Let's see what happens. These type of plays are definitely not where I put most of my money. Most of my money goes into plays like this Dawkin or this SE. I went kind of large on it, even though I only got half position. Other than that, Tesla, just let's see what happens on Friday. Pretty bullish action today. At the end of the day, it was kind of bearish, where SPY was ripping straight up, but Tesla was bear flagging down here. So let's see where we open. MA is one to watch. Just watch this little broadening wedge here. Very clear to see where people are buying and where people are selling. So these types of ranges can make they can make your trading life for like 3-4 months at a time. Just like I said, buy the bottom, sell the top, or you can short the top, sell the bottom. It's very, very easy. I do it all the time. It's like probably the easiest way to trade is ranges, because like you know exactly what it's going to do. Just like Boeing back here, traded that one so many times. Netflix back here, I traded that one so many times in this range. See, look at it, just easy money. And Square is setting up to do the exact same thing. I'm probably going to trade this one for a while. I can go on and on. Lots of stocks do this little range bound action. You want to see a range? Here, let me show you EPD. This one pays a huge dividend, and this one was in a range for so long. Where's my thing? All right, whatever. You get the point anyways. This one was, would I trade on the daily or what? I think it was just one of these channels. I remember trading EPD a bunch of times back in the day. But you guys get my point. If it's in a range, it's very easy to buy the bottom. Very tight risk entry and a lot of reward. So same thing I told Oscar on his MQ today. He said MQ looks good. I said yes, I like it. I was in trades already, or else I would have taken it with him. For equity plays, this is my kind of strategy here. We got support down here around 20 bucks. And MQ made it all the way down to 20 bucks, right? So if this stays the resistance up here, right? So this would be the supply zone. This would be the support, the demand zone. So if people are buying down here, if you buy stock for $20.50, let's say, you bought it for $20, let's say even 21 bucks, right? Your stop loss is under 20. So $1 risk. And you're looking for around 28 bucks on this, right? $27 target. That's $6 gain versus $1 loss. And if you have risk to reward like this on stocks, if you're going like 6 to 1, 5 to 1, 7 to 1, even 4 to 1, 5 to 1, you're gonna make money in the long term in stocks. Even if you're wrong, you lose $1. On the next trade, you'll be right and you'll gain 6. So you know what I mean? Just always play risk to reward like this. So that's why I do. That's how I play equities. And one to keep on watch. I actually took a position today. Reopening plays are getting a lot of flow. A lot of airlines, cruise lines, hotels. They're all getting a lot of flow. Big money shifting towards reopening, in my opinion. So that's why I opened up this Delta chart. One of the strongest balance sheets out of the airlines, I believe. And the weekly chart here just looks like it's kind of basing. It looks like it's waiting for a big move, whether down or up, I don't know. The weekly, it's underneath the moving averages, but the daily is also basing out here as well very nicely. Every time it's touches, it's the same type of trade. Obviously, I'm playing options. I'm playing Jans on it, right? But it's the same type of trade. If DAL takes out today's low, I can cut my options with minimal loss. If it makes the move that I want, we can look for a move all the way till like, let's just draw it out here. We can look for a move until like $45. So I have basically today's low was 39 bucks. If I bought it at 39.80, I have 80-cent risk to make $5 gain. That's how I approach my trades. I already did Amazon Pankaj, but that's what I'm looking for in Delta. That's what I'm looking for in a lot of my trades. Minimize your risk, maximize your profits, and if you keep doing that for long enough, you're going to be a successful trader. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great day off tomorrow. I think Friday is a half day, so I'll see you guys on Friday.